Here is Gold and Silver, for Life, review.
Hey, thank you for clicking onto this page. Now, I know that if you're here, you've been thinking about the importance of investing to secure your lifestyle and protect your future as the world marches forward into more uncertainty. And I know that specifically you've been thinking about investing in gold and silver as an option, and you need just the right pathway lit up for you to walk down, and for that constant attention that you've been putting and constant focus you've been putting on your wealth. I just have to say congratulations, and you're so right to be doing so. Because the facts show that more people became millionaires in the 1929 Great Depression than any other time in history. It was never easier to become a millionaire because of the amazing wealth transfer that happened then. I'm sure you agree that wealth is never really created, it's just transferred from one store of perceived value to another. And that's exactly the world that we're heading into right now. Wealth is going to move from one store, which is the paper store, back to real wealth, which is gold and silver. You know, the storms are brewing, and it's perfect opportunity for those who are willing to understand how history works, how money works, and why it's inevitable for our money to return to some form of backing by gold and silver. When you understand this simple, natural course of history when it comes to money, and you understand that the more money we print, the more debt we have, the higher the price of gold and silver has always gone, then you're in a position to make a huge profit because you can get ahead of the curve and position your money on the right side of the wealth transfer. The only problem I can see is that everyone knows they should invest. Everyone knows typically what to invest in. But what really separates the winners from the losers, the ones that become millionaires and the ones that don't, is who's willing to act. But no matter how much you're willing to act, if you don't have a proven, simple, strategic, plainly laid out direction to act in, you never will. And I think that's the problem with most investing education out there today. There's lots of education, just not enough precise guides on what to act on. Now, in this short video, my only goal is to show you how easy it is to really invest. I believe that this is one of the points where most people get most scared, and I just want to cover that and show you that it's really easy. You just have to be willing to follow some simple rules, follow some simple guidelines, and anyone can do it. I want to give you a tool that I know for retail investors to actually invest in gold and silver without paying ridiculous premiums to borrowing coin dealers, without being taken for a fool and buying fancy coins with dead faces of dead people that are worth 50% more of the value of gold in the coin, and most importantly, do it simply and in a way that allows you to have liquidity when you need it, security while you hold it, and freedom to move around the world when you need to. And what's better is you can use this whether you're starting with £50 or £5 million. Now, in case you've never met me, my name is Minesh Bindi. I own Gold and Silver for Life, and since 2006 I've been into investing after learning how important it was for my future security, for my retirement, and just for the stability and the freedom to create what I wanted from my father. After doing my first real estate deal for 3 flats worth over £1 million and getting a cashback of £68,000, I started learning about the stock market, and then in 2008-2009, I started learning about the power of gold and silver and the coming transfer of wealth into those metals. I read all the books I could find on gold and silver, and it just made so much sense to me. All I had to do was figure out how to get involved. Now, most of the strategies I saw just involved buying bricks, bars, and coins and storing them either under the mattress or in a safe deposit box and praying for the price to go up and waiting until this great wealth transfer happened. I decided to create something slightly different and use some of the simple yet slightly advanced strategies that I applied to real estate and stocks in the past. Actually, what I now call my wealth triangle philosophy, to invest in gold and silver. Long story short, this allows me to get an income of 1% to 2.2% per month while holding real gold and silver and waiting for them to go up. I've now had the pleasure of traveling around the world, speaking on stages around the world, and sharing this strategy with thousands of investors, and it's now used profitably by those who chose to become my clients and students in 27 countries, and is the simplest, most profitable investment strategy to protect your wealth and buy gold and silver I know. I'm going to tell you more about that later, but first I want to share with you the easiest strategy for everyday retail investors, even if you're starting with just £50 a month to invest. You can get started with this right now and create a gold and silver savings account very, very easily. Now, I've got to tell you, I don't make any money from what I'm about to show you. I'm not being paid an affiliate commission. I'm not earning a percentage from each bar of gold and silver, and I don't get paid a referral fee from the company I'm going to show you in a minute. In fact, my selfish reason for showing you this method is so that once I show you how easy investing actually is, once I get you started and really moving in the direction you've always wanted to move in with your wealth, that hopefully you'll want to know about our advanced strategies, and maybe you'll come and attend an in-depth webinar I'm running soon. And if it sounds great to you, maybe you'll become a client. A key thing I learned from my mentors is that nothing changes until you take action. Knowledge is simply potential power, and energy requires movement to be seen. I see so many people that can recite the history of money and can probably do a better job than I can at convincing you about the value of gold and silver in your portfolio, and yet they don't own. They're too intimidated and, quite rightly, unsure of the best course of action. I decided that my job is really to serve those people who are ready to act but just need a little guidance and a little hand holding to get going with investing the right way with someone who's already been doing it. It's great for me to tell you that you need to invest from behind the pages of a book, but if I can't assist you to actually start moving forward with that, my value for creating action and value in the world is really nil. And also, why I'm teaching you this great way to get started for absolutely free, I don't want you to get scammed as a new investor. I think that's what puts most new investors off investing for their future, is the first time when they do it and then they get scammed. I've seen a lot of people get taken by companies that don't care about anything but their profit margin, and it's heartbreaking, especially when there's such simple solutions available to everyone. So this is the next best solution to what my company teaches, and anyone can use it without becoming a client of mine, and in fact, you'll be using it in just a couple of minutes. With this solution, you won't be buying from network marketing companies that have premiums of up to 66%, as I found in my research. This means typically you give them $100 a month and you're only getting $34 of real gold and silver value back. And you also won't be buying from coin and bar dealers whose premiums can go up to 20%. And you don't also know the quality of the gold that you're buying or being shipped. In fact, you'll be buying from a reputable organization which is part owned by the World Gold Council, that buys, secures, and stores $2 billion of gold and silver for 55,000 investors worldwide. And they provide insulation from government confiscation, because you can choose to have your gold and silver stored in Switzerland, in London, in New York, Toronto, or Singapore. I use the same company personally to manage my own physical gold and silver holdings for the amount that's not being used in my advanced investment strategy. And I also like this method for new investors because of the storage fees. Including insurance on the gold and silver, you'll be paying just 0.01% to 0.04% per month, not the 66% or 20% that coin and bar dealers want to charge you for the gold and silver that you have no way of assuring the quality of. In fact, there's no simpler way for someone who wants a totally hands-off, effective gold and silver savings account that they can pay into monthly and know their money is safe in gold and silver. What I'm actually going to do is walk you through from opening an account with this company all the way to funding it and buying the actual gold and silver with it. You'll be able to follow me click for click so you get set up immediately. I actually walked one of my best friends through this exact process on the phone because she had started earning good money and wanted a simple way to invest it. And at the end of the call, the relief in her voice after seeing how simple investing actually was is what inspired me to create this video guide for you. Then, when you like the sound of what I'm going to show you next, I'll extend an invitation for you to attend a workshop I'm running to show you some of the more advanced strategies for gold and silver. So if you're happy with that, let's load up the internet and get started. All right, so we've loaded up a web browser here. Now, what will happen is you're going to want to go to bullionvault.com, and then this page will pop up. Now, bullionvault.com is such an amazingly simple way for anyone who's new to investing in gold and silver to get started and get investing. And you're not going to be taken by people who want to charge you crazy premiums. You're going to be able to do this within minutes. You're going to do it, from your computer from home, and your gold is secured in secure vault, so you haven't got it stored at home in case of, like a robbery or anything like that. There's no worries of that. It's stored securely, and anytime you want to take it out, they wire you click sell within the system. I'll show you in a second, and then they wire the money back to you. This is the same service that I use. Again, like I said, I'm not getting a commission or anything for recommending them. I just think their service is great. They're actually part owned by the World Gold Council, and it's the world's largest online investment gold service. And they manage $2 billion for more than 55,000 investors around the world. So it's a great service, and it's so easy to set up, as you're about to see. So you go to bullionvault.com, click on Open Account, and you complete these details. And whatever you wish to pick. Just give you a second there to catch up with me. You want a username that you can remember. The beautiful thing about it is that make sure if you want to be completely anonymous within the system, make your username completely different, and that it means that no one will be able to tell that you own that gold. If you put Minesh Bindi on there, for example, it will be in their ledger that Minesh Bindi owns X amount of gold. So we don't have that. We would use a different type of username, whatever you want to call it, Kermit the Frog, Gold Investor, whatever. Right, so once you're there, you click Open an Account, and your account is now open. What we need to do is then fund the account with these bank details. If you're an international client, then it will take a couple days to get the money into there, and all you do is you choose which country your bank account is in, and they will, for example, if you're in the United States, then it gives you all of their bank details for that. And if you want to send dollars, it will tell you exactly what you need to do and everything else. So what I'm going to do is click United Kingdom, and we want to send British pounds. And so my online bank is Metro Bank that I'm going to use, and go to bank. Now I'm going to pause and log in right now. Just log into my online bank, and then I'll come back. Alright, and we're back, and the transfer has been done, and all we got to do now is wait for the money. As soon as the funds are in, we'll be back, and then we can do a buy some gold and silver, and that's really how easy it is. Alright, our funds are now in the account. It took a couple hours because we did it late at night, and as you can see, the funds have reached there. The pounds have reached there. I sent £50. And really what I want you to do in this exercise is just realize how simple this is, and imagine you were doing this on a monthly basis, and imagine how protected you'd be from the financial crisis if you just had this as an investment tool on a monthly basis, a simple plan that you can manage, doesn't require anyone else to do anything for you, and you're in total control of it. So first thing I want you to do is open up a website called goldprice.org and silverprice.org. By knowing these two websites, you are never ever going to get taken again by bullion dealers, coin dealers, network marketing companies, etc., because these two websites show you the true market price of gold and silver that mines, billionaires, hedge funds buy and sell at, right? And so really what our goal is to get as close to this as possible as a price for silver. This is currently £10.87. If we want to check in US dollars, we just change the currency and it goes to US dollars, okay? We're going to be doing this in pounds, so I'm just going to bring the pounds back. Okay, now how to do this is very simple. You come back to Bullion Vault and you click on Buy Sell. And this is where you see the different prices and which vaults you want it stored in. So we're going to go for silver, stored in London, and it's currently £10.95 per ounce of silver. One key thing, when you come to this might say kilos, right? Weight units might say kilos. You want to change that to troy ounces, and so it becomes a lot more easier to understand. So what you want to do is typically you want to, from an asset protection point of view, is have this have your metals stored in vaults that are outside of your tax resident jurisdiction. We can edit the markets here and add, we can add Singapore if we wanted. If we just add all the London ones, you can then see. Add all the ones for pounds. Then we can see. So we can have gold stored in New York, Zurich, Toronto, London, of course, Singapore, and then we can have silver stored in London, Zurich, Toronto, or Singapore. We're gonna go for London here, just for the exercise. But considering that I'm in London, I would probably choose maybe Singapore or Zurich, for example. So what we want to do is come over here to silverprice.org, and as we can see, silver is currently at £10.85 per silver ounce, and we're going to be buying at £10.95 per silver ounce. That's 10p difference to what we would pay if we were buying physical. Now, this website, Bullion by Post, is one of the best physical dealers that I know. I've used them personally when I needed to buy physical gold and silver. They are great, and I just want to use them as an example because they're probably the best example, so you can only imagine what the worst would be, right? So this is a bar of silver, one ounce bar of silver, which is basically what we're buying at Bullion by Post. And the prices are from £13.81 when we're going to be paying £10.95, right? So you've already got almost 30% saved there in your investment. But silver carries a VAT of 20% in the UK, and that means that the true price we would be paying is £16.58 if we were to buy a physical bar of silver, which means we're 60% better off by buying through Bullion Vault, and more importantly, 60% ahead of other people, because now our gold and silver doesn't have to go up 60% for us to break even, whereas somebody who was doing this would have to go up. It would have to go up 60% for them to break even, because the truth is they can buy it for £16.58, but if they went into the open market, they would only be able to sell it for £10.87. That's where the spread really kills most retail investors, and why this video is very important for those who want to become great gold and silver investors. Remember, you make your money when you buy, not when you sell. All right, so you're going to be amazed at how simple this is. Just imagine this is all your work for the month, right? It's not complicated at all. So all you do is you come over here, you highlight the £10.95 on the buy side, and you click that once. And over here on the right, it's filled our order in. And obviously, we can only buy a maximum of £49.56, which is 99% of your available cash. So we're going to change this to just £49 and hit enter, and it automatically does everything for us. So right now we're going to be buying silver stored in London, and the order value is £48.93, which is to the nearest gram. Okay, and we're going to confirm that. And as you can see, the order is fully matched. We now own that silver, and we paid 25p for the privilege, not £6.58. So that is how simple it is to become a gold and silver investor. And I just want to show you, if you ever want to check the state of what's going on with your account, you come to account and balance. And in that, as you can see, we now own £48.62. That's the current valuation of silver in London. That's stored, secured. We've got no risk of being robbed. We've got no risk of undue practice. We've got no risk of confiscation, because we're now protected. It's stored in a secure vault with our name on it. So that is how simple it is to invest in gold and silver. And I know that if you've been looking at this for a while, thinking about investing and not investing, it's probably because you're too confused about where to invest, because there's a lot of information and not many direct guides on where to do it and how to do it. So that's how you do it. It's very, very simple to become a gold and silver investor. Congratulations if you've been following me on this video and you've just done it. And you've just experienced how easy it really is. Now what I want to do is take you over back to the presentation and really show you these advanced strategies and how to turn gold and silver into income generating assets. All right, how easy was that? You now have everything you need to take advantage and profit from this opportunity in gold and silver for the coming 10 years without the fear of making the wrong move, without the fear of getting scammed, and without paying some ridiculously overpriced for your gold and silver. So congratulations on becoming a gold and silver investor. Remember, it's not information that separates the winners from the losers. It's action and who's willing to take it consistently. And just by watching this and following me, you've just taken more action than most people who are thinking about investing, attending seminars, and reading books ever will. And that's something to be really proud of. So if you're someone who knows investing is for them and can clearly see the truth in gold and silver as stores of wealth and can see through the central bank created facade of paper money, then you've been desiring to know what my advanced strategies for investing in gold and silver are and how it can help you make more money and be more profitable with your gold and silver investing over the next 5 to 20 years. See, mastering investing for me it's given me the life of my dreams. I've been able to travel, spend time with friends and family around the world, drive the car of my dreams, and really discover what I'm here for and take the time to do that. But none of that came from following the strategies that were laid out for everyone else to follow. I had to master the advanced strategies. I had to really know what the billionaires were doing, what the banks were doing, what the hedge funds were doing. And to teach you the advanced strategies, I want to extend an invitation to you to attend a completely free online webinar so I can show you the exact strategies I use myself and that I've taught to clients in 27 countries to invest in gold and silver, to protect their retirement, secure their legacy, and create a financial future worth dreaming about. When you attend this free webinar, you're going to learn how to protect your wealth and buy gold and silver like the banks, hedge funds, and billionaires do, which will allow you to potentially buy gold and silver below market value, and you're going to learn how to turn gold and silver into income generating assets and get a 1% to 2.2% per month cash flow income while we wait for the paper money to fall and for this wealth transfer to happen. Also, you're going to learn how to shield yourself from and profit at the same time from the coming currency collapse, the storm for which I know you can already feel brewing in this economy, and rather than be swept away by it, which will be the fate for most unprepared people, you'll be positioned to profit and protect your family and protect your future from the next coming wealth transfer. Look, clearly gold and silver investing is a must for part of your portfolio. That's why most billionaires are for it, and most media outlets are trying to convince the majority of the world population against it. That's why you're smart for sticking around to this point in this video to go forward and register for this upcoming webinar. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to click the link below, and when you get to the next page, choose the best date and time for you. I'm running it multiple times over the next 3 days, and then enter your name and email address and register right now. When you do this and reach the confirmation page, be sure to check your email, as I'm going to immediately email you a free copy of my report titled Why Smart Investors Are Buying Gold and Silver Right Now. Be sure to read this, as it includes the latest facts, statistics, and economic data that all investors need to know before making another investment decision. So, thank you for watching this. Congratulations on following me and becoming a gold and silver investor. Now, go forward and register for the next webinar. I can't wait to teach you the advanced strategies of gold and silver. Click below and register your place right now, and I'll see you on the webinar.